Hi, welcome to the second vlog. It turns out we might have a name. I gotta thank my friend Giancarlo for this name that he gave us. His profile is down in the comment section and he came up with the name Exterior, which I think is perfect for our project. I actually came up with a little bit of branding around the name, which you can see around me and also on my Instagram page, which you should follow. If you got any feedback on this visual identity, I'd be glad to hear it. I'm trying to build it out as we move forward. I think it's really unique, and the name itself is a cool pun, which I think encapsulates the spirit of the project, which is a little bit, laid back and casual and for fun. So about the current state of the game, because I think like last time everything kind of seemed up in the air, but the project has been going on for a while. We already have a few cards in our database. The current number is around 50. You can see some of them here. Of course, most of the effects are still drafts, so they're probably not going to end up like this once they're printed and once they've gone through all the revisions. But we have been doing playtesting, and the upcoming one, which is probably going to be this very week, I'm going to try and film some of the process so that you guys can get to see a little bit of the behind the scenes with that too. There's a lot of things that might end up being a little bit broken once you put them down for the first time. So this is not going to be an easy process, it's going to be a long one, but I think by the end we're going to have a very functional game. Also, last time we didn't really go too deep inside the rules of this game because I thought, this is just an introduction video. I've taken the time to formally lay down the core rules of the game and explain some of the best aspects of the game in terms of interactions and play patterns that I think are going to emerge during your games. So for anyone who's interested, here comes a more detailed deep dive into the rules. Okay, let's start with the fundamentals. Each game involves a minimum of 4 people. Each player brings their own 30-card deck to the table, and a central location is chosen to be the designated vault. In this case, we'll go for the bank. Each location comes with its own mini deck of upgrades, which will sit at the center of the table next to the location card itself. The objective of the game is to rob this central vault. Each time you do, you get a haste token. The first player to get to 3 haste tokens wins the game. To rob this central vault, a player can use 3 different card types: mercenaries, gear, and events. Now, let's take a look at what you can do during your turn. At the start of each turn, a player draws a card and gets 2 coins. Then he can proceed to hire mercenaries to join their team, equip them with gear, or play event cards that influence the state of the game. Players are allowed to hire as many mercenaries as they're willing to pay for each turn, but teams only have 5 available mercenary slots. Once they're full, a player must fire a mercenary from their team to make room for another one. Mercenaries can either be thieves or fixers. Thieves can be directly involved in haste through their stats. Fixers, on the other hand, can contribute to a haste, but they don't have stats and will only affect the haste through their abilities. Each mercenary has 2 hands, unless differently specified, and can therefore be equipped with 2 one-handed gear cards or a single 2-handed gear card. What do you do with your mercenaries? Well, you rob the vault, of course. Let's see how that works. Once per turn, a player can decide to attempt a haste. If they do, they must employ all the mercenaries they're going to involve in the current haste by turning them sideways. Once that's done, a reaction phase starts. Each player around the table can decide to interfere with the haste by playing event cards face down. Since the order they resolve in is very important, players can bid on who goes first and create a chain of reactions. Once the chain has been established, it will resolve from left to right. The player turns their event card face up, pays for its cost, and resolves its effect. Once that's done, the next event is resolved until we get to the end of the chain. Once the reaction phase has taken place, the haste attempt can move to the check phase. The active player rolls a die and adds the result to the skill points of his mercenaries. They then compare the total to the security level of the vault, and if the total is equal or higher, the attempt is successful. The active player gains an amount of coins equal to the total sum of their mercenaries' loot stat, and then gains a haste token for their successful attempt. In response, the vault's security goes up, so one of its upgrade cards gets flipped over. Its stats and effects will also add to the total security level and influence future attempts. But what if a player doesn't score high enough?
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Well, then the haste attempt fails. Once that happens, that player accrues a number of suspicion stars equal to the total sum of their mercenary's suspicion stat. If he hits 10 stars, he loses the game. Then one or more of the active player's mercenaries gets randomly selected and sent to jail. A failed attempt won't affect the vault's security level. And I think that's enough for today. Of course, for all the non-nerds out there, I know you don't care about the rules that much, so here's the part of the video dedicated to the art of the game. I think the time has come to actually set into stone the mascot of this whole project, which is my cat Posh, who's actually meowing in the other room. Okay. And what better way to do that than just give him his own card? So this is what we're working on. Let's do it. Posh, or King Posh, as the card states, is the beloved pet of the Elden Leader, an ex-parliament member and founder of a secretive crime syndicate called the Commission. This powerful clan was once believed to be the shadow pulling the string of the central government. Its tentacles still reach from the tightest alleys of the most impoverished suburbs to the marbled ballrooms of the government's palace. After the Elden Leader's sudden death, King Posh has inherited the crown and still inhabits the Commission's house. But his rule has been detached and elusive. Inside battles started festering soon after the power vacuum, and despite the clan's members' unwavering faith in the syndicate, its once all-encompassing reign has significantly shrunk. Not much is known about King Posh and his vision for the clan. The Elden Leader's inner circle has all but vanished from the picture, and the official channels have dried up. No one is talking. No one is taking any chances. Meanwhile, rumors spread through the ranks about an alleged conspiracy that might have taken out the Elden Leader. Alright, yeah, so a lot of cool things coming up. The playtesting is going to define a lot of the aspects of the rules that we just saw and maybe tweak some things. So if I wasted some of your times with rules that are probably going to change a little bit, just take this as an apology. It's a work in progress, so that might happen a lot. Also, if you guys want to participate in any way, just leave a comment down below, and please follow me on Instagram, which is where I'm going to post most of the progress with the game itself. And also you could win some pretty cool prizes if you manage to snag them in time though. That being said, thank you very much for tuning in. This is the end of the second devlog, and I'll see you very soon next week. Bye bye. Sun is about to set already. I mean, just look at this. See how low that is? God, I hate winter.